Let's imagine what LCC might look like in the future, knowing that our core values include a sense of belonging, an openness to new people, ideas, and ministries, and a joy and pleasure in life and faith. With the discovery of our core values, LCC has a bright future filled with opportunity. Expansion of staff and space is needed to continue this growth and build in our services to our members and our community. One of the items we found was that our children and youth are the core of our church. And so we're just gonna kind of brainstorm and talk about some of the ideas. So we'll start with possibilities with the youth.
With the expansions, the possibility with our youth groups, we can really get more classes going, get more different kind of ministries going, hopefully not losing them after they're done with confirmation.
We could use high school students as possibility of teaching some of those education classes here at the church. Mm-hmm. So to relieve the burden maybe on some of the parents, involve those high schoolers in that way.
Even to have a more comfortable learning environment when we're with our small groups, that we're not sitting on a floor somewhere
or on top of each other.
They're climbing all over pews and trying to gather their attention.
Or taking down tables so that you have room.
Yep.
Or being too loud because the next classroom wants you to be quiet. Now we'll have the space to really get them involved. I think the youth is just going to expand into all of the parents getting to know each other and creating other small ministries within the church.
I agree, because I think with youth comes the families, the grandparents, the adult congregation, I think, comes with that.
Their family just starts coming because they hear about all the, the options that they have for worship here. So many different services, and there could be more.
The youth will bring the families to the church where we find things in common with one another and form friendships, which will keep everyone coming back. I agree.
It really is a place when you walk in the doors, you know someone, and everyone says hi, whether they know you or not. You are going to get to know them.
And you really feel welcome knowing familiar faces when you come to church and building those relationships and catching up, you know, when you come Wednesday evening or Sunday morning. That's added a lot, I think, to the church. Can be added to, like you said, you know, if there could be intergenerational events between youth and older members of the congregation or parents, or, I mean, you can just really build faith together with the youth.
I think the opportunity of having the youth involved in the services over the last few years has really, the kids are excited about it. At first they were really scared, but the more involved they've become, I think they're really excited, and now today to listen to them read, that's really cool.
Really good, yeah. I know with my group, at first they're like, we have to do what? You know, how do you do it? But then instead of me asking them, okay, you do this, they were telling me what they were doing. Yeah, you know, so they really got into it. And
they weren't self-conscious about it anymore.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's definitely to get them out there and being a part of it instead of just attending.
Their faith, their faith should be able to be expressed. And
that kind of leads into the possibility of new ministries at LCC, things, you know, that we haven't done before. I know Jamie's done a wonderful job with VBS, doing big backgrounds and involving lots of props and story times and all sorts of things that, you know, we can go in that direction too. Yeah, like we were visiting about, you know, small group ministry. I mean, that could be just about anything, any hobby that a person has. We can make that a group and make that a fellowship time and gathering, you know, whether it be motorcycle riding or sewing club or
knitting, crocheting,
you know, anything like that is, you know, faith building, can be faith building.
So this year we've done a few outreach things. The Night to Unite was kind of a start off, getting out into the community, and then of course West Fest, where we had the parade float, and we had the Coats for Kids on there. But we're going out into the community now more so than we used to have people come to us. And I think faith is everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in church or you know, in your room or shopping. It's all around us. So if we can get out and about and just show people that it's just normal everyday people having faith.
And I think at one of our vision meetings we talked about the youth, tying them into going to homebound. People of our church or people in the community that we know don't get here or need help. One of the things we learned from our community thing was there's people calling 911 because they're lonely and they don't have companionship. So we could step in there and be that service for those people that are, you know, in need.
And just showing people that there are alternative ways to give back to their community besides working at a food bank or kind of the traditional type things that we do.
Once again, you give, but you receive so much more.
That's a good example too. The kids go down to the food bank for religion classes. I think 6th graders do, and they come back so excited and pumped. And I think they would do that, you know, more than just once a year. They love it. They know they're helping. So if we can instill that in people and build that youth up and then
Create some leaders.
Yep.
That's kind of what this is about, you know, build this youth up so that they can be our future leaders in our church and in our community. You know, we've got to give them a strong background because we're going to rely on them.
God has blessed us, and now we need to listen to where He's leading us to. We've all made it here together, so let's hopefully move forward and take those steps together to make this a bigger and better place.